Hello, everybody. Welcome into Monday night, May 13th, 2024. I have audio confirmation. Ken Style Live with the Zoom homies. The Zoom homies with Ken Style Live. We have Sam, Rich, William, Greg, Jeff, some strange guy proclaiming to be Alex Cheek, and Sin and Darren Gilholm. Now, Darren's probably asleep considering it's 0300 hours in the morning in his neck of the woods. Wouldn't be shocked if he was asleep. Or he might be just waking up to get ready to go to work. I don't know.
Is that the same as 3 a.m.?
03 would be 3 a.m., yes.
I know it is. I'm just messing with you.
You just want to go see that waiting room, don't you? Well, let's get the chat started off. Tony Wallow was first this evening, and it looks like that was about 8:18. I'm going to guess that was probably about 18 or so minutes after I got it scheduled. I had a couple things I had to do, so we went to golf and then to Walmart and then dinner. Jake treated us to dinner, and that was kind of nice of him, considering he kicked my butt playing golf today, which was really funny, but we'll talk about that later. One Fish 26 was second. He gives the funny-looking headphone guy waving. Great guy was third. He says he can do better. He was fertilizing his new plants and talking with his neighbors. Now we know. Yep, we know. Jeff is regulated to first from Las Vegas. I need to move that over here. I kind of like it better over here. Jeff, you're the only one from Las Vegas. I don't know if you're... Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Rick Lake says...
I'm going to slip in and be first from Indianapolis.
There you go. Just let me know when so I can get the studio broken down so you got a place to rest at night. Rick Lake says, good evening, folks. Everyone had a good Monday. It was all right. We spent 2 hours visiting Mom, and then I went and attempted to play golf. I opened the game really good. I opened with the par. I should have stopped right then and there. Second hole, I got a 6. Third hole, I got a par. Hey, leagues are looking up. It was downhill from there. John Williams says, well, good evening on a Monday night. How is everyone? I'm kind of tired, actually. There were 3 of us playing golf today. And rounding the first 9, I'm in second place. I finished last. I finished 6 shots out of second place. You would have thought at one point in time, in fact, I made the comment at one point in time, this seems like it's my first time of ever playing golf. Slong Dog says, so it looks like the thumbnail you posted, Alex, it's an experiment. And the experiment was not to see if Alex would show up on time. Although, it did seem to get him here on time. Actually, he was about 5 minutes early. But that's not what the experiment is. This week, I'm going to try different things, various different things, just to see what happens. I promise I will get the... cache rendering thing done and uploaded tomorrow. We've got pretty much rain all day, so I've got nothing to do outside. Darn, can't mow the grass. And Mrs. K is off, so they did ask her if she wanted to work extra tomorrow or not. I don't know, Long Dog. It's a possibility. It is a good possibility. I do not know. That is not... It was not, and he sent me a text message. He goes, are you trying to get me to join early? And my answer was, nope, not even close. And that's the truth. It wasn't to get him to join. I mean, if that was what it takes to get people to join, then, man, I'd be putting all kind of pictures up there. I'm kind of interested in tonight's show. Someone said they would be here, and they're going to put a comment in chat, and we'll see. I hope so. It'd be pretty cool.
Well,
go ahead.
Well, my dog has had a serious case of barkitis all day. My dad had a couple of people show up to look at cars, and they've been barking all day. But the good news is it's nighttime now, and they don't bark very much at night. So only during the day.
So if somebody breaks in your house at night, you're not going to know it because the dogs don't bark, right?
Yeah, we're gonna know it because the alarm would go off. But I mean, the dogs they don't seem to bark at night very much. But during the day, all bets are off. I mean, every little noise they hear, they're gonna bark.
Yeah, my sister's dogs are that way, and unfortunately, she did not have them put in their little cage thing that they stay in during the daytime. And that's, I mean, a daggone leaf falls out of the tree, and they run to the door.
All right, I'm eating my dinner. Don't interrupt me.
Hold on, hold on. Hang on. Oh, that looks good. What are we having? Is that cauliflower or mashed potatoes?
Oh, that's rice with sweet chili sauce.
That's right. It don't look like rice. And what are we having? Ribs?
No, hot sausage with hot sauce and poblano peppers and onions.
Mm.
That sounds okay. Mrs. K had.
Feels as good. Well, we're on family friendly now.
Yes, we are streaming. And I was trying to explain to Jake and his girlfriend what this is all about. And I do know his girlfriend has watched a couple of things because she actually brought it up to me. So that was kind of neat. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I think I might have caught Mrs. K in the shorts race. That sounds terrible, actually. But she was slightly ahead of me. I know on my one short of me mowing the lawn, I have cracked the 10,000 mark. I don't know when I did that, but I know when I was explaining things to Jake and Valerie that it showed I'd cracked 10,000. So that's pretty cool. Nate, the man 2009 is here. He says, hey to me, hey to Tony. And John Williams said, did really well today. Picked up 2 graphics card, 1 EVGA 650 watt power supply, a full modular for $60, ATX 650, and Asus Strix R9 380 GPU. All Greek to me.
You
The
know,
only thing I really understand on that is the power supply. I do have a good grasp on that, but everything else, that's just Greek to me. So,
I've never really understood the graphics cards. I've never really understood the naming and all that behind the graphics cards myself very much because I've never really had or used a computer with a graphics card in it. The most I've used a computer that has a graphics card in it I've repaired 1 or 2 that have one of them really cheap old PCIe only like with that only have like VGA and DVI, but that's
yep, I'm not afraid to admit some of that stuff is way over my head, and I'm very thankful that we have the Zoom homies, and I'm thankful for Doug. We can reach out to Doug. We can reach out to each other to get help, and haven't been disappointed with the amount of help that this group of people has provided for people, not only to myself, but to other people as well. I'm going to do a old skit here just for a second here. Some of you may or may not know it. The person it's intended for will have no clue what I'm talking about. It's coming in the post office tomorrow. What is Alex's computer from Alaska?
Yeah.
Yep. Wow, I didn't even get a nothing out of Alex. I mean, I figured he'd jump all over that.
it took according to the tracking information, it took I paid and it shipped on the same day, April 30th, and it took from April 30th to May 10th for me to get any kind of other information other than it's in Anchorage, Alaska. On May 10th, I got may have been the 11th. I got an update telling me it's in Seattle, Washington, and then today all of a sudden I get an update telling me it's in Dallas, Texas, and then a little later I got an update telling me it's already in Little Rock. So once it hits the mainland, apparently if you order anything from Alaska, they haul butt to get it down here.
But possible. I mean, you still might not get it until Saturday. You do know it's coming from the post office, right?
Right.
Yeah, and the way is your post office in Sheridan opened up yet?
Last I heard, no, but they're expecting sometime in June for it to be open. All packages have to go roughly 15 or 20 minutes west from here and for this area, and then come back to.
So your post office there in Sheridan is not open at all. No processing, no nothing. Everything goes to Bentonville or Pine Bluff or whatever, and then comes back.
The building's closed, but I've heard according to some people on Facebook that they have a little truck that if you need to mail something back that they have sitting in the parking lot, and that little truck is there from a certain time to a certain time every day, and you can put your item or your mail in that truck, and someone will take it to the actual fill-in post office 15 or 20 minutes down the road, and then it will be. But right now, the actual post office, the actual building, is still not open.
So,
well, just think, Alex, your package is going to get the honor of being the first one delivered through the real Sheridan post office
yeah, there you go.
when it opens in June.
So I have an off-the-wall question for you, Alex.
Hope I get it before June.
You do not have any of the blue mailboxes anywhere in the big town of Sheridan?
Yes, they have some at the Sheridan post office. It's just not open. You just can't.
They don't have them outside where you can drive through and put them in as you drive through?
I've heard they do, according to Facebook, but haven't been through there in a little bit.
According to Facebook, I'm a multi-millionaire, but do you believe that?
I haven't been through there in a little bit.
Right over his head?
No, I don't believe that. I'm just saying I haven't been through there in a little bit.
Here's something interesting for the group to contemplate and do some research on and see what you think. Do you get paid to upload reels on Facebook? If you know the answer straight out, by all means, speak up. I have no idea. I was asked that question earlier this evening. I have no idea.
And here's another.
I'd say no.
I would say no as well, Greg, but I have not looked it up. We got home and we were a little rushed. We had a couple things we had to get done, and I contemplated briefly not doing a stream tonight because I wasn't sure if we could get done everything that needed to be done. Fortunately, we did actually get that done. Tony says, exclamation in.
I would say no, but I really don't know.
I haven't Googled it. I have no idea whatsoever. I was wondering because I was asked that question this evening, and like I told everyone that asked, I don't know. I have no idea.
I do know one thing about YouTube though. This time next year, YouTube will have been around for 20 years. The first ever video ever uploaded to YouTube will be 20 years old next year.
Wasn't that from a couple of guys at a zoo somewhere?
That was from the original co-founder, co-creator at the San Diego Zoo, yes.
Very nice dude. Zoo, man. I got to start practicing English.
And it was like 20 seconds long, and that video has 20-second video has since amassed a very large amount of likes, comments, and views over the.
I wonder if they're monetized.
I don't know, but you know what's funny?
Sin.
The channel that uploaded that video only has one video, and that's it. Unless they have other videos that we can't see that are unlisted or private.
I see a lot of creators that have under 100 videos, some creators under 50 videos, and they have thousands and thousands of subscribers. So it's not necessarily the number of videos that you have. I believe it's the quality of the videos that you have, not the quantity of the videos you have. This is my 151st, I believe, of the year. I haven't done the math yet to see what that puts me on track for the year. I am trying to do at least one a day live, and possibly one. I do want to get back to doing some more uploads, and I really need to get back into doing some shorts, because shorts get you subscribers, and hopefully they stick around. That fluctuates, and that's normal.
Ever since the modern age of like 1080p HD, 4K, whenever I come across like a really old, like a 15 or 14-year-old video, even commercially like a music video, I can really tell the difference between a modern video today. Like,
Yeah.
really tell the difference between like 480 and 1080, but only if I go to a video that is low quality like that and immediately switch back to a 1080 video, or like if I'm doing a tape transfer that's like 20 or 30 years old. But it's like I can't really tell the difference between 720 and 1080, but 144 or 240 or 480 and
Well, let me ask you this
1080
question.
or 720, I can.
Let me ask you this question, as well as ask the group this, and then I'll tell you what I personally do. When you run across videos of that nature, do you watch their entirety? Do you finish them?
Sometimes it depends on what it is. Most of the time it's music. The first thing I do is I think, wow, I remember when this video was first uploaded, and this video is older than all three of my nephews.
I do not. If I come across something that's anything under 720, and sometimes 720, I don't go ahead and finish either. I will not. I'll watch a couple seconds of it, and due to that and that factor alone, I stop watching it. But I get the fact that if you uploaded something 18, 19, 20 years ago, it's going to be in a lower quality, not where it's at today. I couldn't think of the word I'm looking for. Tim Tech Wiz comes up with a GLHF. What is GLHF? Good luck. With a super. Let me see. Is that a super chat, or what's the other thing that's called?
Super thanks.
Is it super thanks? I was
Yeah.
kind of thinking that, but I'm not sure. Thank you, Tim. Thank you very much. Let me find my camera.
Because
Thank
I
you,
see
Tim.
that on
Appreciate that.
some uploaded videos that are not live streams. I see that. It'll say, where the
Super
options will
sticker.
be.
That's what it's called. It's called a super sticker. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Rick. That is a super sticker. I appreciate that very much. I'll update you guys on some things that I learned at dinner. It was kind of fun at dinner tonight. We talked briefly golf, because we just had walked off the golf course. And then we got away from that, and we got on YouTube, actually, of all things. And we had a really good, interesting discussion about that. Jake's $300 driver. Right now it's $299.59. I'm not buying it. I hit one shot with it today. I was so far behind that I'm like, let me borrow your driver. 176 yard, and I hit it 184, I think it was. Nice driver. Very, very, very nice driver. Can I give a hint about the area of discussion about YouTube? Yes. It was how you get paid on YouTube, and my current status of where I sit as of 7:30 tonight. That's the hint. I hope all is well. Yeah, all is good here, Tim. I'm a little tired, having played golf yesterday and today, which is good. I really want to keep up with the back-to-back playing, because that might be able to put me back in some decent shape relatively quick. And I dread the thought that I had earlier tonight that I might actually start walking around the neighborhood. Of course, then I'll probably go to jail because people think I'm a stalker. But I did entertain that thought briefly. John said something about a Tesla with a gas-powered generator parked next to it with a cable attached. There is someone that lives in our little neighborhood here that owns a Tesla. One of these days, I might actually have enough courage to go up and chit chat with him just to get some information about it and everything else.
I sure would.
Yeah, I would like to, but I mean, I if it was the guy next door to the guy next door to the guy next door, or next door here, I no problem whatsoever. I know all of those people, but and the two people across the street, and it's none of those guys. Okay, I was sitting here.
It's the guy that lives. It's the guy that lives down the road at the very end of the. You've never ever seen.
He does live. He does live past us because every time we pass, I look in my mirror and he goes past our house. So yes, he lives up on the cul-de-sac. I do believe. Nice looking little vehicle. I know that. I woke up this morning to the sound of construction, and I thought, oh great, they've closed the street over there, and we're going to be stuck in here and everything else. But it wasn't. 2 houses up, there was a guy operating a Bobcat, and I'm paying close attention to this because it looks to me like they are resloping their driveway. And if they are, and I verify that, I'm gonna ask the construction company that's doing it, what are their costs to reslope it, and can my ski slope be resloped, because I think it's just too doggone steep. It really is. We will see. I know the guy across the street's getting 3 trees taken out, and that was supposed to happen last week, but due to weather it couldn't. So I initially thought that's what it was.
Me personally, I would be more interested in seeing. I would be more interested in seeing the inside of the Tesla, like all the technology in it, like the big old tablet that they have with all the navigation and big iPad looking thing, and how the autopilot and all that works.
Teslas have autopilot?
Yes.
Auto drive?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do, Alex. If I see him out in the yard or getting in the car or whatever, or getting home, I will approach him and I'll say, hey, I live down the street. I have a subscriber, lives in Sheratonville, Arkansas, wants me to interview you, and I need a ride, and we'll do a video. How's that sound?
Maybe he'll let you do it.
Well, he's either going to say yes or hell no, one of the two. I mean,
you can tip him. Sometimes people will take a tip.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on how I approach him. I mean,
I've heard that you should never let the battery run down to 0 on those things, because if you do, it'll be it's an instant replacement. It can't be ran down all the way to 0.
Speaking of batteries and running down, I used the anchor thing that Tony sent me today while I was golfing. Worked flawlessly. It kept the phone right at the charge it was at when I started. When I ended, it was at the charge, and I use it with the for the GPS from position of the ball in relationship to the hole. Flawlessly did it work. I was so impressed with it. So once again, Tony, thank you very much for that. It will have a purpose.
Those things come in handy, especially when the power goes out and you need something to be able to. Those things are supposed to be able to hold a charge for like 6 months, like a really long time.
And now the only thing I did notice, it had a full charge when we started, and when we stopped for dinner, it was down to 2 dots. It usually has 4, and it was down to 2 dots. So it took a little bit out of it, but I mean, it ran from 3:15 until 7:30 connected to the back of the phone. So I would expect it to lose a little bit of energy. John Williams says a Tesla GPU is $36.82. Is that $36.82? I got that right here on top of my desk. Oh wait, it's probably $3,682. Okay, never mind. In 2 years, 2 years ago, they retailed over $5,000. Oh my gosh. Good thing I don't need a graphics card.
Well, just the joystick on my wheelchair here cost $1,000. Just the joystick, not the rest of it.
That sounds like the voice of experience having to replace the joystick. Have we had to replace the joystick?
No, but I have looked them up. And this specific model of joystick that I have cost $1,000.
Okay. Oh, Sam, that's a good one. Your fish are so calm and relaxed. What is your secret? Jello. I like that. I like comics like that. That's pretty good.
I thought you'd like that.
I do. We're coming up on 26 minutes after the hour. I started at 58, so simple math is I got about a minute and a half to 2 minutes, and I'll have run my 30 minutes. Got anything you'd like to discuss before we close out the show? Now would be the time to bring it up. Jeff says the Tesla GPUs is designed for data centers running high-performance computing game calculations and many CPUs. I got one CPU, GPU, and CPU, whatever. Tony says night. Tony says thank you. Thank you, Tony. Thank you very much. I think the next time we play, which is looking like it might be Thursday, we got rain Tuesday and Wednesday and Friday. I'm actually going to take the lightning cord, connect the phone to the back magnetically on mine, and then run the lightning cord over to Mrs. K's phone to see if it charges it, because it's supposed to charge two things at one time and really put it to the test. Right now, I'm impressed with it. Right now, I'm just super thrilled that I don't have to worry about going to the golf course anymore and running down the phone. I can just put that thing on there. I had a little bit of trouble getting it situated on my golf cart, but once I figured out what I was doing wrong, it's perfect. Very perfect. And Tony's saying it should charge both of them. Yep. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Just the generic thank you, everyone, on YouTube. Thank you, Tim Tech Wiz, again, for the super sticker contribution. I appreciate that. That's going to help out. And yeah, I'll see everybody hopefully on Doug's tomorrow if he don't cancel. I don't know if he's got tomorrow scheduled yet or not. I haven't even looked, but I will try to be there. I don't know why I wouldn't be there. I'll put it that way, unless something comes up. I want to thank all the homies again: Sam, Rich, William, Jeff, Alex, Sin, excuse me, Darren, and lastly but not leastly, Greg. Thank you very much. Rick says he'll be here in 30 minutes. All right, the clock starts now. I'm kidding. I'm going to try an experiment tonight. I'm going to try to shut this off a different way. 3, 2, 1.